This is an African tropical rainforest. It is vitally important for global biodiversity, carbon capture, local livelihoods and economic development. The value of the timber in these forests, coupled with poor forest governance, has led to a high level of illegal logging and extraction. Illegal logging damages the forests, having a devastating impact both on the people and the animals that inhabit these forests. It has also increased the level of corruption and poverty in forest-rich and timber-producing countries.
Illegal logging is when some person or group of persons remove trees from the forests or forest products without the necessary approvals. You are harvesting outside the regulations. You are stealing the material.
In view of the serious environmental, economic and social consequences of illegal logging, the European Union published the Forest Law Enforcement, Governance and Trade, or FLEGT Action Plan. In 2011, 6 partner organisations came together to provide practical support for the implementation of activities that would help combat illegal logging. The Strengthening African Forest Governance through high-level national illegal logging meetings and mid-level awareness raising and training project is funded by the European Union and the United Kingdom Department for International Development.
This project
covers different countries such as Cameroon, Ghana, Liberia and the Democratic Republic of Congo. So, in all of these countries, the aim is to raise the awareness of as many different actors as possible through forums, through workshops, which gather and assemble as many people as possible. Within the projects that we finance, we are used to encouraging the organizations involved to meet as often as possible in order to assess the implementation of the project.
This project is coordinated by the University of Wolverhampton through its Centre for International Development and Training.
The main aim of the Strengthening African Forest Governance project is to raise awareness on the FLEGT-VPA process and also other initiatives that are seeking to reduce or combat illegal logging. What we're basically doing is to work with civil society, communities, the private sector and other organizations to build their capacity so that they can engage effectively with initiatives in their countries that are seeking to improve forest governance and also to reduce illegal logging.
VPA is the voluntary partnership agreement between the EU and a timber-producing country. It is designed to ensure that only legal wood is exported to the European Union. This is a core principle of the Forest Law Enforcement, Governance and Trade Plan.
When Ghana signed on the VPA, there were some certain commitments between the parties. One of the commitments which would help address the issue of illegal logging has to do with the issue of the legal assurance system and the wood tracking system. We have developed and designed a system which would track material from the forest through the mills into the port area.
Systems to verify timber legality will be introduced to control and monitor the production of legal timber. To achieve this, the process has to start from the forests.
We have something called yield, and this yield is given by the forestry. When forestry give you this paper, that means this is what legal for you. If you fell something outside of the yield, that means you are felling illegal.
We found out this is for us through the yield. This is the norma.
Prescribed by forestry.
This norma is given by the forestry. And we have the same 757, meaning it is for us.
The project has supported the engagement of communities, civil society, private sector and government officials in the negotiation and implementation of VPAs.
We take part in the FLEGT-VPA program, which is financed by the CIDT with the support of the European Union. And this is our third year involved in this program, and we have contributed a lot to it back home. Today, the NGOs take part in a platform called FLEGT-VPA. Today, through what we have done, we are pushing the negotiations forward between the Democratic Republic of Congo and the European Union within the FLEGT-VPA negotiations. This project also allowed us to train and to inform the local indigenous communities as well as the civil servants from the forestry administration in the process of the FLEGT-VPA process, on the FLEGT-VPA itself, and also on the implementation and on the level of evolution of the FLEGT-VPA in the country. We have to work to strengthen capacity so that the communities and the civil society organizations could have an idea about the timber supply chain and about the different controls at different stages, and also an idea about the different rules that the operators must fully respect throughout the supply chain. In order to do this awareness activity, we must be able to have a basis, a good communication strategy, which will be efficient and which will allow the communities and ourselves to interact and to collaborate on this question around the project and especially after the project.
La question pendant tout le temps du projet, surtout après le projet.
One of the project's main activities is to organise national forest governance forums.
For the last forum, I thought that it was even more useful because we had both the French-speaking and the English-speaking people around. So a broader idea on what was happening in other places.
In addition to the National Forest Governance Forums, the project supports information and awareness raising meetings on a community level.
We work with communities. We educate them on the forest and wildlife policies and then the mining laws. We organize focus group discussions with them, sensitize them so that they can fight for their rights.
This project has helped us a lot because it has empowered us to know our left and right. This time you don't allow people to come and cheat us, as some people were cheating us on some time ago. So we are now doing our part to control our community.
A key objective is to give a voice to indigenous and forest-dependent communities. These groups are highly vulnerable and can be easily exploited. Decisions traditionally outside of their control or sphere of influence can have a huge impact on their livelihoods.
We are utilizing the knowledge from these meetings in order to protect the forest for our future generation. The education should not stop. It should continue so that we can learn new things.
One of the highlights of the project has been the programme of training for the implementation of the Timber Legality Assurance System. This has been undertaken in Ghana and the UK and is also planned for in Cameroon and Liberia.
We didn't know how the whole process starts, but through this course I've come to realize it starts from somewhere in the bush and it ends here. There are some things like descriptions and other things that we were not familiar with. We just see them and we don't know what they are about. But now I think I know well, and it will help me in executing my job properly.
The project has also organised the European-based training courses. The recent timber legality training course was targeted at the private sector. It was designed to support the building of capacity for the development and introduction of systems to verify timber legality. The project also supported participants on the Improving Forest Governance course. The project is helping to ensure successful outcomes of both the Forest Law Enforcement, Governance and Trade Plan and the Voluntary Partnership Agreements. The actions of the partners have resulted in a better enabling environment for effective implementation.
Hoping we reach a wider area when issues are not only at their community or district level, where communities engage at the national level.
There's nothing more than creating awareness within what is legal, what is not legal, how do you identify them, what are the challenges to illegal harvesting. These are issues that should be in the market, and hopefully if we do that, then we'll begin to see much stronger governance within the forestry sector.
By combating illegal logging, there will be wider benefits, not just for forests, but for local people as well, even indigenous people that live in those forests. I think that's one of our sort of broader aims or objectives in terms of what the project is trying to achieve.
We want them to come and continue. Yeah, we want them to continue because it has been helping us in so many ways.